In the shadowy realms of Irish mythology, one figure stands out for its chilling presence and harbinger of death. The Dullahan, or the Headless Horseman. A spectral rider, headless and unrelenting, the Dullahan gallops across the dark countryside, spreading fear and foretelling doom. Who or what is this enigmatic figure? Let us delve into the haunting legend of the Dullahan.
In the rolling hills of Galway, as the full moon bathed the land in silver light, the villagers hurried to their homes, locking doors and shuttering windows. They whispered of the Dullahan, the headless horseman who rode through the night, carrying whispers of doom and death. Liam, a bold and curious young man, had always dismissed the stories as mere superstition. One fateful night, emboldened by a few pints of ale, he wandered into the forest path said to be cursed. At first, there was silence, unnatural, suffocating silence. Then came the thunderous gallop of hooves. Emerging from the mist was a black horse, its eyes glowing like embers. Upon it sat the Dullahan, a headless figure clad in a flowing black cloak, holding its severed head high in one hand. The head's grotesque grin stretched unnaturally wide, its eyes scanning the night like lanterns. Liam froze in terror as the Dullahan's hollow voice called his name, echoing like a death knell. In a moment of clarity, he recalled the old tales. The Dullahan hated gold. Trembling, he tossed his coin pouch onto the path. The spirit paused, its horse rearing with a terrifying neigh. In a flash of light, the Dullahan vanished, leaving only silence and Liam's pounding heart. Liam returned to the village, vowing never to mock the old legends again, for he had seen the harbinger of death and lived to tell the tale. They say the Dullahan still roams, searching for its next victim. So if you hear the galloping hooves on a moonlit night, hold tight to your gold and your life.
The origins of the Dullahan trace back to ancient Celtic traditions. This eerie figure is believed to be a member of the Unseelie Court, a group of malevolent fae. Some stories suggest that the Dullahan is a retribution spirit tied to the dark rituals and blood sacrifices of pre-Christian Ireland. The name Dullahan itself is derived from the Irish words dual and sin, meaning dark, and head, symbolizing its grisly appearance. The Dullahan is a terrifying sight to behold. Riding a spectral black horse, often headless itself, the Dullahan carries its head under one arm. The head, pale and decayed, is said to have an eerie grin that stretches from ear to ear, a terrifying grin, as he finds joy in taking the lives of others. The eyes are lit with an evil fire and dart around like embers, capable of seeing vast distances even in the dark. He wears a long black cloak that flows behind him as he rides through the lands, and he is known to hold his severed head high into the sky in search of the souls that he wishes to take. It uses a spine as a whip. Wherever it rides, the Dullahan is accompanied by a deathly silence, broken only by the sound of its thunderous hooves. The arrival of the Dullahan is marked by ominous signs. Unexplained darkness falls, dogs howl, and a sense of dread permeates the air. No locked gate stays closed when he approaches, bursting open to let the Dullahan through. He has the ability to speak only once on a journey, and that is to say the name of the person whose life he wishes to take. The Dullahan calls out the name of the dying, sealing their fate. But is there a way to prevent this grim specter? Folklore tells us that gold, no matter how small, is the Dullahan's only weakness. Offering a gold coin or object by throwing the metal on the ground before him can cause him and his horses to suddenly stop in their path and turn to flee, granting a brief reprieve from death. During the period when the story of the Dullahan was most popular in Ireland, families were likely to possess gold. As such, they were told to use their gold to frighten the Dullahan. In ancient times, communities feared the Dullahan's wrath and sought to protect themselves through rituals. Bonfires were lit at crossroads to ward off spirits, and offerings were made to appease malevolent fae. Some families kept small pieces of gold as talismans, believing it would shield them from the Dullahan's gaze. These traditions reflect the deep-rooted belief in the power of ritual to fend off supernatural forces. One of the most famous accounts of the Dullahan comes from County Galway, where a man named Sean O'Connell encountered the spectral rider. It is said that as Sean walked home one stormy night, he saw the Dullahan riding toward him. Frozen in terror, he dropped a gold coin, which caused the Dullahan to veer off its path and vanish into the darkness. This tale has been passed down for generations, reinforcing the legend's eerie presence in Irish folklore. Despite its ancient roots, the Dullahan's legend lives on in modern culture. It has inspired numerous depictions in literature, films, and video games, such as The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Castlevania. It is also found in a number of German stories, such as the tales of the Brothers Grimm. Other German stories tell of a headless horseman who blows a horn to warn huntsmen not to ride, as death will befall them that day. The image of the headless horseman has become a universal symbol of spectral terror, proving that Dullahan's haunting legacy transcends time and borders. Thus, the legend of the Dullahan, one of the most represented Irish legends, will continue to live on for many years. The Dullahan reminds us of the inescapable reality of death and the mysteries that lie beyond. Whether seen as a supernatural being or a cautionary tale, its story endures in the whispers of the Irish countryside and the imaginations of those who dare to listen. And so, when darkness falls and the air grows still, beware the spectral rider, for the Dullahan may be closer than you think.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.